Is it wrong to not show masculinity every time in front of a woman? Where do we start? You got this all wrong, bro. Masculinity is not something that you show because you choose to. It is a way of communication. So it's not something that you do on purpose. It's something that permeates your whole existence. There's simulating masculinity and there's actually being masculine. And these are two things that from the outside, maybe to the inexperienced eye, might look pretty similar, but they are not. So if you're asking that question, if you're asking, is it wrong to not show masculinity to a woman every time? I know where you're coming from, and I got a bunch of issues with that question. You are feeling that you might need to get away with being yourself at times. So I understand that. To you, showing masculinity is something that you consciously must do. But this is not how it's supposed to be. If we're in training, some of my students, for instance, we do that kind of stuff. We simulate behaviors, but only to understand why do we simulate behaviors? We simulate behaviors so that we get the feedback from our environment to see the life through the eyes of somebody that would be that alpha male, that high status guy, that person in that position. If we are not that high status guy right now or yet, it is really hard to put ourselves in this guy's shoes. Understandably, it is something very hard because by definition, you only have your own viewpoint. You only have your own perception. You cannot know what it is to be somebody else. To you, masculinity is something that you must consciously activate and show through behaviors that you have learned and like almost memorized. But that's not how it works in real life. There's two ways to hold eye contact with a person, and one way is a bad and cowardly and timid way, and the other way to hold eye contact is a strong, high status way. In training, it is wise to consciously focus on your eye contact so that you see what it feels like, what difference in results it makes when your eye contact is purposefully, consciously different. But this is only in training. This is only so that you see what it feels like and you start shifting the things in your life to put you in the position to have that eye contact inherently and automatically. You don't want to go around minding your eye contact and your hand position. What do I do with my hands? What do I usually do with my hands? I don't know where to put my hands. You can't go around socializing, talking to people, being conscious of literally every modality of your subcommunication and nonverbal communication, and then even verbal communication as well. You can't do that. There's not enough RAM for that. Ideally, you want to be masculine by default. It's not something that you do. It's something that you are. That is exactly the issue that I take with that question. Should you be masculine all the time? There is no should. If you're coming from that high status place, you are masculine all the time, and that is how you are. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just the modality by which you communicate to the outside world. You're a masculine dude. That's the energy that you broadcast, and that's it. So there's no right and wrong, it's just what it is. And if you do happen to have that energy, you will find that if you're in proximity to femininity, feminine energy, there will be that sexual polarity there. And that's what masculinity causes. So it's not something that you use, it's something that you are, and that's something that you cannot turn off. It doesn't turn off. Once you have it, it doesn't turn off. And in another video, I'm going to be exploring what the connection is between masculinity and boundaries, and why, on the one hand, masculinity you can turn off, it's automatic, and once you develop boundaries, it is something that gives you the right answer immediately and automatically. It's not like whenever you get like a hard to answer text, and you let it sit until you figure out the right answer. It doesn't work that way when you're masculine, when you're a guy in your purpose, when you have healthy boundaries for yourself and for other people, when you know what you allow and disallow, It's no longer a question of finding the right answer. The right answer finds you automatically on the spot. You already know what the right answer is to any text. If you're looking for the right answer, it is a marker, it is an indicator that you have weak boundaries. So know this, if you've ever, maybe the last week, maybe the last month, you've had yourself in the position of the guy who has trouble answering a text from a girl, bro, you need to text me because you have, for sure, hands down, weak boundaries. And you need to address it right now. I'm really happy that you watched the video until now, until the very end. I really hope that you were able to resonate and take stuff away from it. If you liked it, there's a bunch more content like this twice a week coming at you, non-stop, rapid fire. So click the subscribe button below. Drop me a like because it really helps me out. And also, there will be a free training that you can grab by grabbing the link below. It's gonna be about attracting girls through authenticity and about self-development for men. So if you're interested in that, check it out. Other than that, I am really happy to have talked to you in this video. I will see you in the next one. You know what it is. Peace.